Well, now, the Sacramento Kings this past offseason, they decided to make a trade. Oh, yeah, they ended up getting DeMar DeRozan. Huh. Oh, it wasn't a trade. Or did he just sign? Now I forgot. I forgot already. But they got DeMar DeRozan added to this team. Interesting. I don't know if he fits that team as well as I'm thinking he does. Because let's think about this. Let's think about this as a group. De'Aaron Fox is your main point guard. A really good point guard, in my personal opinion. All-star level point guard. Not star level. All-star level point guard. Who, from the last time I remember, the last time he had a guy on the team that took the ball out of his hands, that was Tyrese Halliburton. Right? And for whatever reason, the front office believed they couldn't coexist. So they got rid of Tyrese. They brought in Sabonis. Sabonis doesn't need the ball in his hand that much, but he is a really good. Let me take that back. He's a great playmaker. He's a great playmaker. Not good. He's a great playmaker. Underrated sometimes. Very underrated sometimes. So both of those guys, De'Aaron Fox is a little bit above average defensively. I'm gonna say good. Let's go good. He's a good defensive player. Sabonis, I'll take that back. I think Sabonis is about average at his defensive side of the ball, which for his size, for his size and his athleticism and his speed, whatever, that's good enough. If he can be average, that's fine. As long as you're not just getting killed, just to get killed, that's good. Because we know what happens when he plays against Anthony Davis. For whatever reason, Anthony Davis just struggles against him. I don't know why. That's still a mystery. But DeMar DeRozan doesn't do anything on the defensive side of the ball at 35 years old, at 6'6". And he's an offensive-minded player. Let's be honest. He's an offensive-minded player. This year, I'm expecting. This is what I'm expecting. I'm expecting DeMar DeRozan. He's going to come out there and treat it like his first year in Chicago. If you guys remember the first year in Chicago after leaving San Antonio, he was clutch. He was hitting them shots. He looked like one of the best players in the world. Remind you of 2017 DeMar DeRozan, quite honestly. So to me, this is not really surprising. 2017 DeMar DeRozan, he was doing the same thing that he was doing in Chicago. It felt more because of Chicago and not Toronto. So, but his time in San Antonio allowed him to be more of a playmaker, play on the ball, play team offense. And I think he dropped down to like 21 points a game while he's doing that. So here in Sacramento, I'm expecting him to do that again. I'm expecting the ideal is to have a different option outside of De'Aaron Fox in the starting lineup. Because we know Malik Monk, sixth man, he comes in and he gives you about 15 points off the bench already. So we know what Malik Monk already does. We know what Sabonis does. We know what De'Aaron Fox does. It's just with that, does DeMar DeRozan make this team better? Does this mean the team is automatically a playoff team? Does this mean this team is one of the best offensive teams in the game, like top 5? Does he help cover up the defensive side of the ball? Because I don't think he does. At this age, I don't think he does. It's so much. It's just so much added for DeMar DeRozan that I don't know who benefits this just yet. I don't know if this benefits him just yet. Now, Keegan Murray, we got to see what he does on his next development. You know what I'm saying? We got to see what he can do in his next development. I think Sabonis and De'Aaron Fox stay the same. I think Malik Monk stays the same as a player. I think Kevin Huerter still a knockdown shooter. That's pretty much it. I think this team is off of vibes. I think this team is doing what they did last year. But now they're hoping with DeMar DeRozan added to the team, this equals actually a playoff berth and not just a play-in berth, which makes the West so freaking difficult because every team out west, even the teams that was ahead of them, the Lakers, the Pelicans, was the only two teams that was right there with them when it came to the play-in that I felt like it was a real threat. Those are still playing into playoff teams. So it's not like the West got weak. The West is still strong. That I don't know if a single DeMar DeRozan signing, adding to the team, changes much for the Kings type deal. You know what I'm saying? I'll still have to see them on the court. Once I see them on the court and play against these other teams, that's gonna help me determine whether or not they're gonna finish top six. This is difficult. That's what I say. This is very difficult. This is one of these franchises for the Kings that they horrible years in the 2010s, that here in the 2020s where they're trying to make something out of themselves, and all of a sudden all these freaking West teams is like, hey, we're good too. We're just as dominant now. We got young talent, or we got veteran talents, or we're champions and stuff. It makes it harder for them to, push back. That's all I know. It's harder for them to push back. So this is gonna be interesting. It's gonna be very interesting. I don't know if this is enough for the Kings. Where I believe if they have to match up against the Pelicans again, a healthy Pelicans team, or a healthy Lakers team, or a healthy Rockets team or something that pops up. I don't know if this Kings team have enough to bounce back and fight back and still make the playoffs. And then when they get into the playoffs, who's at that top of that food chain they're going to have to deal with? Will it be my Thunder? Will it be the Mavericks? Will it be the Nuggets? Will it be the Timberwolves? Is any of those teams, out of those four teams, especially with the All-Star they just had, are the Kings favored in any of those? Do we see any upsets with them? I don't think so. Overall for the season, they finished 9th in points, 12th in rebounds, 7th in assists, 17 when it comes to defending their opponents. So while the defense is pretty much middle of the pack. They was top 10 besides the rebound and with the offensive stuff. So it's like, I don't know if DeMar DeRozan pushes the needle for them. That's the question. Is that enough? We're gonna see. We're gonna see what Mike Brown gonna be able to do. I don't know unless maybe the De'Aaron Fox just takes a star level leap, and DeMarcus Sabonis take a star level leap. Quite honestly, I don't see it. But I gotta hold out faith. Kings fans, which I know, let me know. This is y'all team, not my team. This is y'all team. Y'all have to let me know down in the comment section what y'all thinking about y'all team. Is that team good enough? Do y'all like the team? Y'all think DeMar DeRozan what does adding DeMar DeRozan to your team, in your mind, what does that do? Let me know. Hit the like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll catch you guys on the next NBA team.